Buddy agent. It's Dusty. And in the community of Siege, homophobia, or transphobia, or anything else is sadly not extremely less than common. But it does happen. And ever since year 6, season 4, we've had an evolving story with Kavera and her girlfriend, who is pretty much her partner. So what if we had a pride event in Siege? And when I call it a pride event, I don't mean specifically rainbows and everything. I will explain that a bit. But this would be her wedding, with several operators dressed in all up in formal outfits. It would be interesting to see them like this. So instead of just laying out rules, let people have whatever fun they may have, I just want to. It's gonna be kind of different from other what ifs. Just trying it. See if this is maybe what people like. And I can bet there'll be a lot more comments about Siege with the Alphabet Mafia, the LGBTQIA+. But I do want to focus on a very interesting event. And as a bit of background before I really dive into all of this, I want to keep it more lore relevant, as well as say that this happened not with year 10 of Siege. This would happen year 11, year 12 out. So when I say something that deals with time, add, let's say, 2 years to the conversation, story-wise. Now let me talk about, story-wise, what I want to dive into. I want to start this event, much like the Assault in Hereford, as a very lore-focused event. This would be a queer wedding, the only known wedding during all of Siege's time that we have confirmed would be Kav's wedding to her wife, or her fiance becoming her wife. This map would be an extended map of Emerald Plains, given how it is a golf club, and it could very well easily just be decked out for a wedding, as well as being a rainbow black site fully works. They just rent it out for a quick weekend. This would involve Cav maybe wearing a suit, her wife wearing a dress, as well as several operators making appearances in this way, with Flores and Thorn each themselves kind of working it, while also respecting her as she is. Flores maybe working catering, Thorn, who was under her during the SI-24 that was canceled, Thorn maybe running security with Warden, where Thermite is another team lead from Rainbow who would be there, Callie would be there to show her faith, Rainbow Nighthaven. Hassel's friends with everybody, so why not have him there? Boyo and Flores may be cooking together. Echo, Valkyrie may just be providing cameras to make sure that they can always remember this event. And since it's there for the music, that way we got a story for a reason why everyone is there. Well, as the wedding would happen, maybe the Curious Legion, either with or without Deimos, maybe under Phobos or someone else above them, would assault the wedding. Now, before someone says this is going to be a homophobic attack, no, it is to show how low the Curious Legion will stoop just to assault. It's supposed to be despicable. It's supposed to be underhanded. It is not meant to be homophobic. Now, with the 10 operators I named, plus Cav, who will be involved later, as well as, let's say, it's Deimos or Phobos or some other skin we want to give to somebody. Those two, being Cav, and we're going to say Deimos for the representative of the Curious Legion, they will get skins a different way than the previous 10. And I want to talk about how the Deimos will play, as I think it would be nice to take it at over 3 courses, 3 phases, 3 something to make it. The initial would be a hostage secure game mode, where the Curious Legion is just trying to get there and kill them, so it's a defense game mode, with attrition thrown into all 3 phases, obviously, like in Assault and Hereford, but it'd be a mix of hostage and defense, where Rainbow has to play defense to protect the hostages, and let's say if so many die, or Cav and her wife die specifically, Curious win. But let's say you're protecting her wife, Cav, and the other notable guests, and you successfully do it. Next comes second phase, where Cav joins the fray in the story. She will not join until the third phase, though. And we'll have some reinforcements, let's say Finca, IQ, and some others. They will not get skins though. They join fully tack geared up, ready to assist them as this becomes a defense, another one, with Cav capturing maybe during the 15 minutes in between the first phase and second phase, lore wise. This allows Cav to capture a high up commander, maybe a sergeant who knows the Curious Legion plans. Not somebody super duper high up, but somebody they can somewhat interrogate. And Rainbow would be defending Cav, interrogating. It would take some time. Instead of it being the 3 to 5 seconds it is in game, it would take, let's say, 2 minutes. The third phase would then play out like the Deimos escape phase in Salt and Hereford, where you'd see Cav, who is now playable, assisting in moving that hostage, her wife, and the other notable people, the helicopters, to escape. Emerald Plains would not be destroyed at the end of this, obviously, but it would give them the ability to escape while Rainbow cleans the mess, and along with Nighthaven and Bound. And let's say for this one, you start getting people like Blast, use your more red hammers, because they know they're going to get messy. Now we come to rewards / alternative stuff that become game mode. The extended Emerald Plains map may be used again for a rework. I'd prefer to see a slight extension of the outside for the escape third phase, with the first and second phases seeing both halves of the map, or at least part of the first floor and part of the second floor, get extended. It could be nice to see a bit more space given to that map. It just feels like a small map. And unlike previous events, I did say I want to type Cav and the Curious Legion rep, who works in Service Deimos right now, to winning the event. And not like how we currently have weeklies or watching Twitch streams. If you complete each phase of Victory for Rainbow, you get a piece of Clara set. First, her headgear from phase 1 is Rainbow, phase 2 would get you her uniform, phase 3 would get you a special weapon, and her operator point would be eliminated. Where Deimos would come from winning it 3 different times, as you can win it in 3 phases by just removing all of Rainbow. As well as, I don't want to have weapon skins a part of the set, per se. I do want there to be weapon skin, universal ones. One for the Curious Legion and one for Rainbow. Maybe black suit high style, or just, common gunmetal with a basic attachment skin. And the Curious one is unique. Not playing the same one as you saw in Hereford, just different. And just something to replace the basic guns that would just load up the packs. As well as, Ali, Flores, Sens would get some interesting wear. I'd love to see Sens being non-binary, sort of mix it. To sort of give a better androgynous look. Maybe a side curtain on her hip. It'd be great to see something that they could do. Maybe we see, Callie in a smaller dress. Something that you wouldn't expect these operators to be in, maybe. It'd be nice. As well as, I do want there not to be several charms. So let's say Thermite, Callie, Flores, Valkyrie, and Sense would all get charms. No. One charm, and let's say it's the 2 wedding rings of Av and her wife. And it's just a simple event set. You got all the attackers and defenders in this event now wearing suits. Just something easy, something quaint that isn't exactly all out bold. And I would still have Sense and Flores still represent that they are queer in this event. Maybe have Flores' husband there as well, and he's part of the hostages. It'd be a fun little twist, and Flores is going to be there anyway. Maybe have Osa there as well, and she's a hostage. Maybe throw in 2 extra sets and have Osa as another attacking set, and give defenders, give them Tuba Rat. That way we'd had pretty much every clear hop. I originally had Tuba Rat on him, but I didn't have a good way to fit him in, so the attacking slot that would have gone with him being on defense went out the window. I'm sorry. And now we just come to a conclusion just to talk about all this. I want to say that even though this is a queer event, I don't believe as a community, Siege community, could truly enjoy a Pride event like what I would want personally, I think having a clear marriage is the best way to do it, though, where you're not super rainbow everything, which would make sense given the characters that are involved. Cav isn't very showy, she's not very out there. Maybe it's her wife that is, and maybe there's some illusions. Maybe it's, instead of it being a black and white wedding, it would be a brighter color and navy. Maybe a very big pink and dark blue. Just something out there to be interesting. And that's, her wife may be a peacock of sorts, where she loves the color, loves the show, loves everything like that. And it'd be a good way to see the dichotomy between Cav and her wife, as we barely hear of her wife. And I'd love to see more of giving these characters more personality beyond just rainbow. Give us more of these characters outside of it. And with that, I'm gonna stop. Mainly because my people are telling me it's time to queue up for rain. So to every operator, to every agent, good luck. Have fun. Enjoy the new Clash remaster coming in Siege X. Have a great night.